I think we deserve a sit down, don't you?
I think we do.
Now, don't tell me you baked these.
I did. I love baking, actually. Much more than I like cleaning, that's for sure.
I suppose it's fair to say that everyone knows you these days from how clean is your house, but that's not how you started.
I know what you're thinking of, my days at MI6. I'm not particularly proud of that, but it's part of my past, so I have to own up to it.
Why are you not proud? I'd be so proud.
No, well, I thought I was going to work in the Foreign Office, and then on day one, this guy took a few of us into a room and said, actually, it's not the Foreign Office, it's actually MI6, and you need to think about whether you want to stay here or not. I thought, yeah, sounds really exciting. It wasn't that exciting at all, actually.
What did you have to do?
It got a little bit too exciting near the end. I thought, I don't really want to be part of this.
Right. So how do you end up in television?
Well, that's the thing, you know, everyone, from the outside, it always sounds exciting, doesn't it? I suppose it's like being a model. Not that I've ever worked as a model, but you know what, it's just, you know, it's a job, isn't it? Yeah.
And do you enjoy the television work?
Yes, I do, actually.
Did you ever think the How Clean Is Your House series would be so successful?
No. I remember, before the show was actually transmitted, we'd made some programmes, and I remember reading a Sunday paper, it was one of the broadsheets, this writer complaining about all the property shows, the gardening shows, this, that and the other show, and now they're going to have this programme about cleaning, presented by two middle-aged women. What could be worse? I thought, oh my God, he's so right, it's going to be a complete failure. What was I thinking of? But it wasn't.
Were some of those houses really, really bad?
No, all of them were.
Really?
All of them, not some.
What were some of the worst houses you saw?
I think, actually, one of the worst for me was one of the houses in America, and the woman who lived there, really intelligent, she had a law degree, very kind of, lots of work done on the face, but none in the house. And I remember we were in the kitchen, and the director was behind the camera going, pointing to one of the pans, like, look in the pan, and the pan had a transparent lid. I thought, well, it just looks like cooked rice to me. Lifted off the lid, the rice was moving. It was a pan full of maggots. It was just the best. I was like, oh, God, I've never seen this before. It was just amazing.
You know, I sat down here with these lovely scones in front of me, and I thought to myself, this is going to be a lovely little chat. You know, I can eat a bit. Really excited. I can't think of putting anything in my mouth now.
You know, I am a dirt tourist. I love it. I absolutely love it. And the great thing about the programme is that everyone's dirt's completely different. You know, it's all extreme, but in a different way. Well, as someone who foolishly said yes to a reality TV show and then regretted it, I need to ask you... OK, we won't talk about that. Well, did you see me dancing? It was a lot worse than your ice skating. No. Nothing was worse than my ice skating. It's so hard, isn't it? Yeah. It's such hard work. Before you come on, and it's live, knowing that there's, you know, 10 million plus people out there watching, you don't know whether you're going to get it right, not get it right. Oh, it was just horrendous. Well, I was hoping, as I say, for a nice chat. Now I've got sweaty palms taking me back to Strictly Come Dancing time. It's horrible, isn't it? And when you hear the music, doesn't your stomach turn over? You think, oh, this is horrendous. Let's leave all this and carry on with the rummage, shall we? Yeah, come on. Let's rummage.
Best idea I've had. Give me an antique hunt any day over a cha-cha-cha. Still, it was a good way of losing weight. Well, Jonty's still doing what he does best. That's looking for antiques. And Flick, she's made it down to the cellar, often a great place to look for forgotten mementos. Aggie keeps her wine here, and it's not long before Flick discovers something that could fizz.
Aha, you got something?
Look, champagne.
Very nice, too. What have we got inside? There we go. Oh, it's full, too.
For now.
That's but Krug champagne, wonderful. Have you ever tried Krug champagne?
I don't think I have.
It's regarded as one of the finest champagnes that is produced from the region. Now, Krug champagne was established in 1843, not by a Frenchman, but by a German, Johann Krug, which I find quite extraordinary. If you think about it, you know, something that's so French, so typically French, was established by a German immigrant rather than a Frenchman. But it really is regarded as one of the finest champagnes to drink.
Excellent, so it's a goodie.
Well, this is really very good, and we've got 1990 on the outside. Now, I'm no connoisseur of champagne, but what I can tell you is if we can sell this at auction, it's going to raise us an awful lot of money.
That's fantastic.
That's very good news indeed. So we're talking about £100 just for one bottle.
Wow,
yeah?
That's fantastic.
It's very good news. So can we put this in the sale?
Definitely.
Yes? Yeah. Or should we drink it now? No, let's
Don't
save it for the sale. Great, excellent. I'll take this back down to the kitchen, yeah?
OK.
Follow me.
I'd have drunk it there and then. That's more like it. The values are starting to creep up. Jonty's always saying that vintage cooking utensils are worth a look, so I make a start on the kitchen cupboards. I can see Aggie likes to keep everything hidden. Unfortunately, the only thing she's prepared to part with is this old kettle, which isn't worth that much. Well, not to be put off, I try my luck in the cellar and find something Flick missed. This heavy box turns out to contain a large stone pestle and mortar. It used to belong to a friend of Aggie's who was throwing it out, but its huge weight made it too cumbersome for regular use, so Aggie's happy for it to find yet another new home. Jonty is optimistic about its chances and thinks on a good day it could make between £40 to £60. Aggie's busy in her son's music room. It's unlikely that this sheet music will bring in the money, but how about this? Another jewellery box made of rosewood and with a mother-of-pearl inlay. It's Regency in style, and although there's a little damage to the lid, Jonty thinks it could make £30 to £40. Hey!
Hello.
You caught me.
Didn't know you were in musical.
Yeah, I'm not. Couldn't you hear it? This drum kit, who's it belong to?
It's my son's, Ewan's. He's 14. Never plays it, of course.
It's brilliant. What an invention. I love it.
Yeah, it saves falling out with the neighbours, that's for sure.
Absolutely. Everywhere you look around this house, there are musical instruments.
I know, actually, mainly belonging to my older son, who's at music college.
All right. Is music important to you as well?
I'm so unmusical.
Are you?
Yeah, I haven't got the first idea. Their dad's musical, actually,
Okay.
but I'm not.
So tell me a bit about the charity that you've chosen.
It's a local charity. It's called the Hackney Youth Orchestras, and it was set up specifically for children who might not normally have access to musical instruments or tuition.
And how did you get involved?
Well, actually, partly because it's local, and also my older son Rory joined at the age of 7, learned to play the violin. Oh, it was torture. But it's, you know, really was the bedrock for him, for his musical career, and that's all he's interested in now.
So do you think music's important for kids then?
Oh, I do actually, and I think music's definitely important for children. It's a whole other aspect of a child's life. It's different from, you know, computers, telly, playing football. I think it's really special, and I'm so disappointed actually that I didn't learn a musical instrument when I was younger.
So what difference would 500 quid make to your charity, do you reckon?
Well, the thing I like about belonging to a small charity is a small amount of money makes a huge difference. It absolutely does. And, you know, this amount of money can buy a tuition time, an instrument. It will just give a child or a few children a bit extra.
Well, listen, I need the practice, so I'm going to carry on playing the drums. You can do the rummage.
Thank you.
I'm quite happy here. Take your time. Yeah, that's what you call work in progress. Perhaps I actually should rejoin the search, as there are plenty of areas still to explore. I head upstairs for a recce and find my way to the cleaning cupboard. This must be where Aggie keeps her scrubbing brush. Jonty's got his eye on her son's double bass. Careful, Jonty, that's a valuable musical instrument. Can't take him anywhere, really. Aggie, meanwhile, is on the ground floor and comes across some blue and white porcelain, which she was given as a wedding present. There's a tureen, serving plate, tea plate, cup and saucer. They're all examples of Adamsware, a Staffordshire-based pottery who've been producing porcelain since the 17th century. They're attractive, and Jonty thinks that grouped together, they'll probably make between £20 and £40.